My name is Nick, and I'm a productivity holic. You see, I'm trying to achieve my dreams and goals, but I am pulling myself in too many different directions right now. So it feels like I'm not making progress very efficiently in any single category because I'm working on so many things, such as YouTube channel, building a website now. That's a new one, website. Working on a board game. That's the main one. That's my main goal right there. Right there. And I haven't really been doing much on that because I'm working on YouTube and the website. The website's gonna have a blog. So I'm committing to regular blog posts now. Which I think all of this is good. But am I too divided? I want to say yes, because I haven't felt like I've been moving efficiently on all this. Not to mention, I've also been working on house projects. Making the house better. And fitness. And all of this stuff is important to me. And I think it's all a good use of time. How do you prioritize? But there are some steps I've been taking to try and help with that. But it's still a problem, and I'm still struggling with it. Especially, the website, that's a lot of upfront work. And that's almost done. But then I'm committing to the regular blog posts, which is more weekly work. It's not that much to write a blog post, but then I also have to make videos, and I also want to make progress on my game. And the house projects keep seeming to come up. I want to do all of this, but how do you do it efficiently? And how do you prioritize? And when do you let something go? These are things that I am having a hard time figuring out. And this video may not have a lot of answers to these questions, but they are things that I think you have to consider as you start trying to change your life. Because I'm moving forward, but am I doing it the best way possible? The website, I think, is going to be really cool, and it could help, improve my ability to bring people in and get interested in my stuff. But it's also more work. And it feels like a good call, because I actually do that for a living, so it's kind of a up my alley kind of thing, a little easier to figure out than all this YouTube stuff. Or making a board game is also, I've been working on it for a while now, but it's still pretty new. It's a lot. So prepare yourself. And remember, be focused. Really, because my main goal is game development. And YouTube and my website are both meant to assist, to help propel that. Because to have a successful board game, you need an audience to sell it to, is my thinking. And what's a better way to build an audience than through YouTube or through a website, and just ways to get people to know me and get interested in my stuff. But yeah, it also feels counterproductive, because instead of actually working on game development, I'm doing these sort of auxiliary tasks that, if they're successful, yes, they will help with my board game ambitions. But if they are not successful, then I am just putting time into something else instead of working on a game. And I thought it would be useful to convey that to you guys and see if this is something that you have dealt with as well, where you have your main goal and task, and then you have supporting goals and tasks that really could make all the difference in the world, but they also might not. And then you're kind of putting your time into something that's not directly related. And at this point, I'm going to finish my website because I'm pretty much there. And then we'll see. It really won't be that much of a time investment to do semi-regular blog posts. I just really want to realign my goals back to where they should be, which is regular, consistent board game design time. That really needs to happen, and it keeps getting put off. And I think part of that is because it's hard, and I still don't totally know what I'm doing, so it's easy to sort of put off that which is overwhelming or more of a challenge to figure out. Whereas the website, I do it for a living, so it's easier to do, but it's also maybe not the best use of time. I don't know. We will see how it all pans out, and I'm gonna finish it at this point. It's pretty much there, and I think there will be some cool things that you guys will enjoy. It's gonna be about my goals and my ambitions and what I'm doing to achieve those, along with the blog. So it's kind of a combination of things, but I think the goals and what routines I'm building to achieve those goals, I think that's really cool, and I think it will actually be helpful for me to keep track of what I'm doing to achieve certain things. But I think there's a lot of value there. I just keep running into this question because I'm not making much progress on my main objective. I am sure that I'm not the only one going through this sort of struggle. And hopefully just having this more discussion-like video will kind of show you what I have been struggling with, becoming a more productive person, but I always bump into this question because it's like doing stuff. Just because you're doing stuff instead of not doing stuff doesn't always mean you're being productive, but it feels like I'm moving in the right direction, but it does feel like I also need to course correct slightly. So I think these are important things to consider on your productivity journey, your goal journey, whatever you're trying to achieve. And it also just really points to how, achieving anything isn't necessarily simple. Because I could make the greatest board game of all time, and if nobody knows I exist or knows the game exists, then it doesn't matter. No one's gonna play it. It's not gonna get any traction. And maybe that is the better approach, is to build the greatest game and then somehow bring it to people. But it feels like having an audience and then having the game come along with it, and then having an intersect point where you can introduce your game to your audience, go from there is sort of the strategy that I'm going for. But I don't know. I do not know yet. And maybe the website will blow up, and then I'll have my answer. But it's just, you know, it's really hard to figure out what the correct thing is, or if there isn't even such a thing. It may just be you just keep grinding and trying different things until something works. That might end up being the path, the way forward. But I am curious, what are your guys' goals, and what are the struggles that you have gone through trying to achieve them? Does it feel like it's been working for you? Have you been going through similar struggles and feeling like you're going the wrong direction? And not to mention, I'm also trying to turn this stuff into income sources. So I'm not as reliant on my job, which takes up 40 hours a week. So, lots to consider, still a lot to figure out, but I am making progress. And I would much rather be moving forward, even if it's in the wrong direction, and learning something, than just not doing stuff and not making any progress. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this more freeform sort of video. This is kind of what I've been dealing with lately, and I know it's impacted some of my video quality, and it bothers me because it's like across the board. I may not be doing everything to the top of my ability, which I always strive for, but it's just, yeah, anyways. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please let me know what you guys have been doing, and I'll see you in my next video.